Well, don't go away. The best is yet to come. Right now, it's the best of Groucho. It's Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. Brought to you tonight by Lever Brothers, makers of Blue Liquid Whisk, the full-range laundry detergent. Whisk is the liquid way to your cleanest wash. And Pepsodent, that cleans more effectively, polishes more protectively than any other leading toothpaste in familiar carton or handy new push-button container. And here he is, the one, the only...
Well, here I am again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra $100. Back into the atmosphere, huh? George, you think every housewife in America knows about whisk? Well, let's do our part and tell them right now.
Well, ladies, the red cap on this can of whisk is all that's between you and the liquid way to your cleanest wash.
There's one red cap you'll be happy to tip.
Blue Liquid Whisk is the full-range detergent. This means that whisk gets all the family wash beautifully clean, including tough stains beyond the cleaning range of powder detergents.
Carry on, George. I'll never take a powder.
Yes, whisk is the blue liquid concentrate that works on the full range of family wash, including problem stains. Here's how. You can pour liquid whisk full strength right on the spot. It dissolves instantly, penetrates deep into the stain, and later rinses completely. Is mild to fabrics.
Those are its liquid assets.
Look, stains are gone in one washing, and you have whites and colors to be proud of.
Try whisk in your machine. You've got nothing to lose but the date in your clothes.
Groucho, I'd like you to meet Angeline Papadakis and Joseph Interligi. So both you in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word, and you each take home an extra $50. It's a common word, something you see every day. Angelina Papadakis and Joseph Interligi, huh? Papadakis and Interligi, it sounds like an intersection in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I can just hear a young couple saying, I'll meet you at 3 o'clock in the morning at Papadakis and Interligi.
My name is Joseph Interligi.
Yeah.
Interliggi.
He can spell it, too. Can you spell it?
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
I assume Papadakis is a Greek name, is that right?
That's right.
So I'll dispense with that question. Now, what part of Guatemala are you from?
I'm from Enid, Oklahoma.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Oh, how did you meet Mr. Papadakis?
Well, I met him at a Greek baptism. He asked me to go out with him at the baptism, and I told him that I couldn't go out with him.
You threw cold water on the whole deal, I suppose.
Well,
why couldn't you go out with him?
Well-
Didn't you like him?
well, yes, I liked him, but it's a Greek custom that the second daughter can't go out until the first daughter is married. So he says...
Couldn't he
well,
marry your sister first? And then...
Well, fortunately, my sister got married a month later.
Oh.
So my husband was spending all his time
Then
with
what'd
me.
you do? You'd call him up and say, my sister just got married, hush, rush
I
over?
invited him to the wedding.
Oh,
my sister's
to
wedding.
Sister's wedding.
Yes. And so he was spending all his time with me from then on. And my father-in-law wanted him back in San Pedro to tend to business.
Did he bring your sister a present to the wedding?
Yes.
What did he bring her, do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I wasn't thinking about wedding presents at the time.
No, not
and
much.
So,
Well, what business is your father-in-law in?
well, he has 5 liquor stores.
Well, would you have married him if he'd had 5 grocery stores?
Well, I would have married him if he had 5 banks.
Well, that I can understand. Now then, Mr. Interlegi,
My name no Mr. Interligi, Mr. Groucho. My name is Joseph Interligi. Interliggi.
you know, I'm getting so that I can spell it now, too. Well, let's find out some facts about you. Are you of Italian descent?
My father and mother are.
Well, where were you born?
I'm an Indian.
Where?
I'm an Indian.
I'm an Indian.
That's right. To the time I was 4 years old.
What is it like in I'm an Indian?
I don't know about it because I was young.
Well, is it anything like it is in Muncie, Indiana?
Well, I can't remember because I go away from Emin, Indiana to Cleveland, Ohio when I was 4 years old.
You went to Cleveland when you were 4 years old?
That's right.
Where'd you go, for the World Series?
No, from Cleveland, Ohio, Daddy and Mama taking me to Sicily.
How long were you in Italy?
16 years.
Oh,
I'm from Sicily.
Sicily.
C-I.
You spell Sicily.
Well, C-I.
So far, you're spelling Chicago. Cincinnati.
Energy, please.
S-I-C...
S-I-C.
I-N-T-E-R-L-E-G-G-I. Sissy Interleggy, yeah?
I never know Interligi. Interligi.
Interligi.
I-N-T-E-R-L-I-G-G-I.
Now, what did you do in Sicily, Joe? Did you have a job there?
Yes, I have.
What did you do?
Well, when I was the age 8 years old, like I say, when Daddy took me in Sicily, I used to take my shoes off and socks and mix the clay on my feet. And started to mix the clay. And the age 11 years old already, I was profession to make a 1,000 brick every day.
You made 1,000 brick every day?
That's right. And when I was at the age of 14 years old, I have a 7-man under me.
Were you working in a cemetery then?
I used to work in my farm.
That's an old joke, Joe, but
It's okay.
that's a very grave situation, having a cemetery. Now, Mr. Interlici, what is your line? Are you still pressing bricks with your feet?
No, sir, I'm in show business.
Oh, you're in show business,
Yes,
eh?
I am.
But what do you do in show business?
Well, I chop and wood with my teeth.
You chop wood with your teeth,
That's right.
and that's show business?
Yes, sir. I'm working quite well, about 37 a week in Club 802, 64th Street and 8th Avenue, Brooklyn. Miss Charlie and Louie.
Well, could you chop some wood for us now?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to have any special kind of wood, such as gum?
Any quality wood you bring to me.
Any kind of wood?
That's
Mahogany?
Right. That's right.
George, would you find, George Fenneman, could you find some timber for this beaver? Are you married, Joe?
No, sir.
Why not? How old are you?
I'm 33.
And you're not married, huh?
No, sir.
I guess you've had thrills enough squishing that
No.
clay between your toes. Where's the wood?
Right here. Let's do,
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Wow.
Don't bite off more than you can chew, Joe.
Mr. Groucho, I mean, when I work in nightclub, if you don't mind, I can have a little music, please.
You got any wood music out there? Some wood nymph music? Timber! Chopsticks, yes, that's good.
thank you.
You what?
That's spectacular, Joe. How long could you keep on doing that?
All day long.
You could chop a whole cord of wood, I'll bet, huh?
That's right.
Well, folks, now we know how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood. Huh?
Thanks very much,
There's
Mr.
one
Groucho.
thing you'll never have to worry about. You never have to worry where the yellow went. Your worry is going to be where your teeth went. Are you ready to play You Bet Your Life?
Well, we hope.
This is on a very intellectual plane, this conversation, and I hate to change it for one as sordid as money, but I know you want to get a crack at the big money, so we're going to play You Bet Your Life. And remember, Joe, you're partners. All right, you selected facts about presidents. I'll ask you some questions. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. What musical composition is traditionally played upon the entrance of the president? Talk it over. Talk it over.
Hail the chief.
Hail to the Chief is right.
That's one right.
Now then, what president was originally a very successful mining engineer?
Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover is right.
That's two right.
What president was nicknamed Old Hickory?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is right.
Get the next one right, and you have $1,000.
Oh, boy!
That's not a very dignified attitude for a mother. In what city was George Washington inaugurated?
New York.
New York City. There's no use fooling around with her. She knows all the answers.
And you got 4 in a row, so you won $1,000.
Well, you won $1,000. You can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and at the end of the show and try to double your money. You may even get a crack at $10,000. So go over there and sit down with Joe and watch yourself. And no matter what you decide to do, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Arrivederci.
Groucho, Mitzi Lynn, and Mr. Ralph Berry are waiting to talk to you. So, folks, you go in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Mitzi Lynn and Ralph Berry, is that right? Mr. Berry, there's something familiar about you. You're somebody I should know. Let's see, Berry. Let's see, is it straw?
No.
Raz?
No.
Well, give me a few minutes to figure it out while I talk to your partner, okay? Mitzi Lynn, where are you from, Mitzi?
Well, I was born in Trenton, New Jersey, and I lived part of my life in Long Branch, New Jersey, which is a summer resort. Then came to California with my parents, and now I'm living in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, are you married?
Yes, I am.
How long you been married?
11 years.
What does your husband do?
Well, during the week, he's a barber, but on the weekends, he plays drums.
In the barber shop?
No,
He plays drums on weekends, huh?
yes.
I guess on weekends it's a relief to look at some skin that doesn't have hair on it. Take your time. We have no place to go. Now, how did you meet your husband?
It started actually when I was in high school, and they were auditioning. A high school orchestra was auditioning for vocalists. And, of course, I wanted to be the vocalist with the band. So I dressed up and went into the auditorium, and wanting to make a grand entrance, I walked into the darkened auditorium with my head held high, walked smack into the drums, and my husband and both of us wound up on the floor.
Well, what were you auditioning for?
As vocalist for the school orchestra.
Let's see. Well, can you remember what song you sang?
Oh, yes. It was a fine tune that was introduced by Eva Tangway called I Don't Care, and I even remember it now.
You do?
Today.
Well, could you sing it for us now?
Well, if the orchestra can play it in
well,
my key, I guess I can. I don't know.
What key would you sing it in? You know?
F.
In F, huh?
F.
Could you
I
play
hope
I
so.
Don't Care in F, Jack? That's Jack Meakin over there.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense. I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent, and my star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky. They say that I'm plucky, contented, and carefree. I don't care if I do get a mean and stony stare. If I'm not successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't care.
That was very good. And I don't care either. Now, Mr. Barry, I still haven't decided who you are. You're not Shirley Temple, are you?
No. I'm Wild Red Berry, the professional wrestler.
Wild Red Berry? I never heard of him. I know who you are, Red. I knew it all the time. I've never seen you wrestle, but I'd like to go to one of your rehearsals sometime. Red, I'm going to ask you a straightforward question, and I expect a crooked answer. Now tell me, is wrestling really fixed?
No.
I knew I'd get the truth out of you. Took some doing, but I managed it. Now, why do you say that? Give us the real dope.
Because wrestling, I am proud to be a member of the greatest athletic institution in all the world.
It's certainly an institution, but why are you so happy about this?
And because when I enter into a town, the first thing I do is go up to the citizens of the city and engage them fellows to interesting youth clubs and teenage organizations. And if we can firmly impress upon the young boys and girls the old but true principle that crime does not pay, then we might prevent many future crimes that might be otherwise committed once they have started down the road of dishonest in crime. And I, as a wrestler...
Just a moment.
Wait a minute here.
Just a moment.
And I, as a wrestler...
Oh, you want to make something out of it?
more interested in the building of youth clubs and teenage organizations than I am in construction of bigger and better jails.
Well, that may be, but how can you tell them crime doesn't pay if they go down to see you wrestle?
Will you please hold your aberration in abeyance, my boy?
Now, Red, if you can throw these other wrestlers around like you throw the bull, you should be the greatest wrestler in the world. Have you ever thought of that?
I am the greatest wrestler in all the world.
You are. On what basis do you make this modest claim? Have you ever won anything of importance? I mean, in the ring.
Groucho, for your information edification, I was world's light heavyweight wrestling champion 3 times. I was junior heavyweight champion of the world 1 time. I was champion of all Texas. I was Central States heavyweight wrestling champion and Heart of America heavyweight wrestling champion. Is that sufficient evidence?
How do you account for your success, Red? You don't seem to be particularly large and muscular. How can you beat all these gorillas? Are you better at memorizing the script?
Because of my brilliant intellect. Because I cause my opponents to proceed into a state of bewilderment, genuine uncertainty, and disturbing sense of inferiority, and on the horns of dilemma, and I paralyze, pulverize, terrorize, demoralize, eradicate, destroy, demolish, ostracize, and drive him to the sodden depths of despair and right through the mat.
You just talk him to death, is that it? You talk in the ring, too, like this? Doesn't it bewilder your opponents?
I baffle, befuddle, and confuse them.
Oh. Have you had any mishaps in the ring? I mean, have you ever had any bad bruises?
I have had my ribs broke, my collarbone, my shoulders, my hands are broke up, my teeth knocked off. Had enough...
Wait a minute. You said the secret word. Okay, Ducky. Up in the bird nest. You said the secret word, so you win $50. With the conversation you were making there, you were bound to say the secret word. Every other word. Now tell us what happened to you. What have you broken in the ring?
I've had my ribs broke, my collarbone, my shoulders, my hands are broken up, my teeth knocked off. I've had enough stitches in this eye here to make grandma a quilt. And as you know, my cauliflower years were not, I didn't get them by answering telephone calls and swinging doors. And I had my neck broke and my back broken.
Well, Red, now I remember where I've seen you. You were hanging up in a meat market. I want to ask you a question. Why did you want to make a quilt for your grandmother? Now, how can you have all these broken bones and still say that you're in good physical shape?
Why? Because medical authorities tell me at Mayo Clinic in Research, Kansas City, where I go through every year, that I'm a specimen of physical perfection. And I'm just like a 16-year-old boy. I have the proclivity and the endurance, the stamina, an orderly mind, tiger-sharp brain, and split-second accuracy, and all the attributes that it takes to be in physical condition.
This is what the doctor told you at
yes,
Mayo?
He told me that. He says, you have it, boy.
And how soon after that did they take the doctor away? Red, you know, I'm astonished that a man of action can be so articulate. How do you account for this streak of Demosthenes here?
Well, because, Groucho, I have reached a stage in life where such things as this never faze me. When any man with my intensive experience, which has to face such hypothetical consternation, I can always reassure myself of the fact that the subsidized Socrates of human nature becomes synchronized.
How did Socrates get in there?
I didn't say Socrates, I said Socrates, which means unsound judgment.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Due to the fact, Groucho, the cause of so much misunderstanding in this old world is the fact that people are not able to express themselves adequately, accurately, and convincingly, and expressively. So I've made it a habit and took plenty of time out so that people can understand just exactly what I have to say, so that even the most stupid dolt among them may understand what I have to say.
Well, why are you looking at me that way? Red, I would never suspect that you had such a sensitive nature. Do you have any examples of your tender side that
Yes.
you'd care to give us?
Groucho, I'm glad you said that, because in everyday life, you know, I'm quiet as a mouse and busy as a bee, humble as a peasant. But you know, no one will ever know when that little black drop will fall from an angel's trembling pen and stain that final unfinished paragraph in the book of life. So I think it only prudent, I think it only wise that we pass on a few verbal flowers and sugar-coated expressions to those whom we associate with daily. So if with pleasure you are viewing any work a man is doing, if you like him or you love him, let him know it. Do not withhold your approbation until that pastor makes oration. and he lies with snow-white lilies o'er his brow. For it makes no difference how loud you shout it, he'll never care about it, for he'll never know how many teardrops that you shed. So if you feel there's some praise due him, now's the time to shoot it to him, because he cannot read his tombstone when he's dead.
If you don't get the Pulitzer Award for poetry this year, Fred, that was simply beautiful. There isn't a dry eye in the house. In fact, I'm afraid to look. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody's left in the house. Hello out there! Well, this has been a most enlightening evening. It's one of the most enlightening evenings I've spent in years. I'm still in the dark, but it sure has been enlightening. Now, let's play You Bet Your Life. You understand the game?
Yes, sir.
Will you throw Mr. Fenneman over your shoulder? All right. Now, you selected folk tones and old-time favorites. The orchestra will play the tune. You tell me the name of it. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. All right. What is your answer on the first one?
This has some noise.
Well, that's one you've lost. Now, now we go on to the second one, then. Here's a barbershop quartet favorite. Play it, Jack.
I think.
Dance with me, Henry?
I'd be glad to, but my name is Groucho. No, it's Wait for the Wagon.
Oh.
You have one wrong now. Don't get the next one wrong or the game is over.
No, I know you've heard this. What is it, Jack?
Camping on the old...
Well, that's close enough. Tenting on the old campground. Tenting tonight on the old campground. That's close enough. All right, what is the name of this old song? Play it, Jack.
Oh, where has my little dog gone?
I don't know, but that's the right answer.
You have 2 right now.
Now, what is this one? Hit it, Jack.
Home till morning?
The bear jumped over the bear.
Bear went over the mountain. That's a dirty trick, giving him a song with 2 names. I've never heard it called Bear Went Over the Mountain. I've always heard we won't go home until morning.
It's always one of me. I'm ready.
Bear Went Over the Mountain, indeed. Tell me the name of this old favorite, Professor. You keep out of this, will you? I've had enough trouble. Did you write these titles?
No, I didn't.
Tell me the name of this old favorite, Professor. What is it?
My old Kentucky home.
No, I'm sorry. That's where the bear went over the mountain.
I think you got 4 in a row, so you win $1,000
You won
anyway.
$1,000, huh? Give her a big kiss, right? Wait a minute now, just a moment. Won $1,000. You can keep it and quit. A bear went over the mountain. Or you can come back at the end of the show and try to double your money. You may even get a crack at $10,000. So go over there and sit down on his lap and think about it. And no matter what you decide to do, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. You're
Your contribution is minus.
Now, in just 1 minute, we'll see which of our couples is going to try for the big money tonight. Well, Groucho, Mitzi Lynn and Wild Red Barry have decided to keep their winnings, but our first couple wants to tell us their decision, so here they are, Mrs. Papadakis and Joseph Interligi. Would you come in, please? Would you come back?
Interleggy.
You're right. No, Interligi.
Interleggy.
See?
Interliggi.
Now you won $1,000. If you decide to try for the 10 and you fail, you wind up with a total of 500. What are you going to do? You can quit.
Well-
You can go ahead.
I'd like to continue.
You want to continue? What about you, Joe?
We'll continue.
All right. You're going for the big money. Get together and pick a number from 1 to 10, then spin the wheel. If any number
Number 5.
besides... Wait a minute. If any number... Don't chew the wheel up either, huh? If any number besides the one you pick comes up, the question is worth $2,000. If your number comes up, the question is worth 10. What number do you want?
5.
Is that all right with you, 5?
Well, I like 8.
Well, take 13.
We'll give you 8.
You want 8?
8.
8, all right?
All right.
Give it a
Fine.
time. Your number was 8 and it came up 4, so this question is worth $2,000. You ready? During World War II, a family of 5 brothers, all serving on the same destroyer, were lost when their ship went down in a battle in the Pacific. For $2,000, what was the family name of these 5 celebrated Navy heroes? Mr. Indelaghi, what is the answer?
Geez, I don't know, Mr. Groucho.
What's the answer?
I saw the movie, too.
Well,
I don't know.
it's the Sullivans.
Sullivan boys.
That's right. I'm sorry
Sorry.
you missed it, but you wind up with a total of 500. That isn't too bad. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us.
Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life has been brought to you tonight by Lever Brothers, makers of utterly new White Lifebuoy, the active soap for active people. It's a miracle in white with a wonderful new fragrance. And Blue Liquid Whisk, the full-range laundry detergent. Whisk is the liquid way to your cleanest wash. Your satisfaction guaranteed by Lever Brothers or your money back. Join us again next week when we'll bring you another of our outstanding shows on the best of Groucho.